Astrology. It starts from the exact moment you were born and stays the same for your entire lifetime. It tells of the planets and how they are going to affect your future. When will you get married? Will you be economically successful? And when will you die? It is the power of believing in this form of knowledge that makes the people of India so unique.
Coming 11th June 20 change is coming for 7th year. After 7 years you will be run with the Venus. That is a very, very nice. One day you will be a very famous person. After 2027, now you're 17, but 2027 you will be a very famous person in the world. He's telling, because that time Venus will be start, and Venus is sitting in very good place. No problems. After 2027, you will be for 20 years. You will be a very, very, very famous in the world.
Wow.
Journalist.
Wow.
It means 10 years after.
Perfect. That's
This
what
is
I like
your
to hear.
horoscope is telling, and this when 27 comes, you will remember me.
I will.
Yogi Raj is one of Jaipur's most famous astrologers. People travel from all over the world to find out about their future. Astrology has been around for millennia. It's the science of the stars. So it was interesting to find out that even young people believe.
First time I came here, I just finished my studies. I think I was 22 or 23 years old. I'd never been to any astrologers or anything before that. I never. So okay, I'll give it a try. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I was like, okay, maybe he can tell me something good. Then he starts telling you things about yourself that you don't see. Like you don't realize that, oh my God, I'm such a person. I do this, or these are my characteristics and this and that. So I was pretty intrigued.
Dinesh Mulrajani sought the guidance of Yogi Raj when he was struggling to find work months after graduating. His astrology told him a job opportunity would come up east of Jaipur, although he wasn't holding much hope. While he was in the process of applying to study again, he received a call offering him a position he had gone for 4 months prior in Delhi. He says this was the moment he started believing in astrology.
And that's when I thought that, okay, this guy really has, he really can, see things. So I came back to him because now I believe him more, yeah?
When you are born into a family that believes so strongly about the power of superstition, it is hard to go against the grain. However, Disha Gupta has done exactly that. She tells of the conflict that this creates between her and her family.
So I don't believe in superstitions because I don't believe that somebody else can know what's going to happen in my life. I think it's always been like that only. So my grandfather and my grandmother used to believe in superstitions. They transferred it to my dad, he transferred it to my mom, they transferred it to my elder sister, but I'm the different one. I really don't believe it, and they pretty much are very pissed off about the fact that I don't believe in superstitions. I think it actually started since the time I got my periods, and it started like my mom was like, you can't go in the kitchen for 3 days, and I was like, why can't I? And she was like, you're impure. That's what she said, that you're impure. And I was like, how can you just say that? And I am still going to do what I want to, but you know how strict it is. I still can't go in the kitchen for 3 days straight at my house, and if I do, she'll either just slap me or lock in a room. She really would do that. So that's when it started. I was like, what is this thing? Why do you? I was like, just give me one valid reason why you want me to do it. And all she said was, because I want you to do it. That's the only good reason she gave me.
Yogi Raj says that once people have had their astrology read, they continue to come back and see him, because despite having never met them before, he is able to tell them things about themselves that are unquestionably true.
When I speak, when I look the chart, they automatically believe. Because I never been their home, but I telling that you are doing this kind of things. So they believe. The chart is telling.
Professor in ancient Indian history, Rahul Tripathi, explains that age does not affect the importance of superstition and astrology in modern Indian society.
There is no such thing that only the older people or only the senior generation is following the superstition. Indeed, the senior people, the senior citizens, they accept it more easily and they are more applying it. But in the today's youth also, it is 21st century, 2017, still also we can see the youth following the superstitions.
Astrology is based on mathematical equations. This means some people believe the science is perfect, whereas others are more sceptical.
Yeah, astrology is a very big science. It's a very big, and we can say it's a very ancient and oldest science of the world. Now new science is coming after, but first comes the astrological. And this is a perfect science also. Now it's coming on computer. Before it was on the books, now it's coming in computer, and all over the world is people are learning about that. And it's tell everything is very true if you have a good knowledge. It's tell everything is very true.
So who can you believe when anyone can use the internet to read astrology? The planets were showing Yogi Raj even I could be a very good astrologer. Professor Tripathi questions how scientifically based astrology can be when it is so accessible and is being practiced by many different people.
See, astrology was once considered as a part of science. Nowadays, there are various gurus, there are various astrologers, and in India also you can see in every nook and corner palmists, astrologers, and all these things. But earlier, the word Jyotish, the word astrology, it was considered as a science. Even a person, even a pandit who is a layman, who is not knowing much of the science, he can take out his manual, which is called as Panchang, and he can guess, yes, after 50 years, the lunar eclipse will be on this thing.
When a quarter of the country is living below the poverty line, there is not a huge opportunity to move up the caste system. Perhaps that's why people believe in astrology. It offers a source of hope. After speaking to people from different castes, it turns out that this view might not hold true in modern India. Sonny Kishore is a local shop salesman. He has taught himself English and French over the 15 years he has worked in the markets. He holds strong views on the topic of believing.
If astrology is true, then why the bad things happen in the world? They can tell you before that this thing can happen. Something like I'm telling about 1 year ago, it's happened terrorist attack in the Sydney. If astrologers can know about that they can tell the government before that the terrorist attack can be happen in the Sydney. So government, if he's the truth, then the bad thing it will not happen in the world.
I am a PhD in Indian history, and I also follow some of the superstitions. That means even the educated class, even the youth, even the seniors, it is only a word which we are using superstition in a negative sense. The thing is that these are phenomena which have been accepted by the Indian society in due course of time.
India has such a diversity of cultures. Everyone on these streets follows their own superstitious beliefs, such as not crossing the road when a cat crosses or not leaving the house when somebody sneezes. These practices change their everyday activities.
Like somebody needs to uncover this is how people like this can tell you things like based on a piece of paper. It's like somebody please just break it down for us,
I think it still is going to continue for a very long time because there are a lot of young people who still believe in it because their parents have just inferred kind of it into their kids, but I'm not that one. So regardless of their beliefs, there is a consensus that astrology and superstition are deep-rooted in the Indian culture. Whether it's passed down through families or picked up in a time of need, people rely on believing in something more and looking towards the future.
It cannot be end. It cannot be. The modern science can fail, but astrological science will not fail. Yeah, it will be continued, will be in future.